Let's repeat all together. Monday is drawing. Today, actually, there was another model that I really like, both because of her elegance, but also because of her facial traits that are very defined, very rigid also. I really like her peculiarity. I think when I particularly like a model, you can tell in the drawings. Although this morning really started slowly, I also want to show these kind of drawings just to show that I'm not only showing my best drawings, but I show everything that I struggle with, and this is why this vlog is here for, to show progress and to show where I'm going and where I'm starting from as well. Once the model went away, I practiced on a master copy of Pontormo, and that was aimed to practice tratteggio specifically. There wasn't a tratteggio to copy, differently from last week, but I had to give my interpretation of tratteggio. It was difficult, and you can see that in my tratteggio, which is still very rigid, very artificial kind of. It's not pleasant to watch, to be fair. So I really need to work a lot on that, to soften the lines, to make them more curvy, let's say, which is something that I really struggled with. And similarly, also in drawing, I need to work on softening the lines a little bit. And I really focused on that today, so maybe a little progress between the morning and the evening is visible because I really thought about doing that. Also, today there was a girl who was drawing directly on the iPad, which is amazing. As I was saying, the teachers really allow you to do whatever method you prefer, whatever tool you prefer as well. And she was showing us also her digital painting, which is incredible, and that really made me wanted to try digital painting. I already use Procreate to draw, but that unblocked another level, and I already want to try so many materials. I want to try sanguine, I want to try charcoal, I want to try creta, I'm not sure what the translation is, and now this. I really want to do too many things, and I told in the past that I have this little anxiety of wanting to do everything, to read everything, to learn everything all together, and I need to be gentle on myself. I already know that I'm putting so much effort into it. I will do it as soon as I will have time to try slowly every material. Similarly, I'm putting a lot of effort here on YouTube as well, and if you're appreciating my videos, like the video and subscribe to my channel. Despite it's only Tuesday, my eyes and my blue circles, they can explain how tired I am. I need to rest tonight to be really pumped for tomorrow because it's going to be all painting. Today it's Tuesday, so drawing, and today there was the model that there was a couple weeks ago on my second week, and that was very difficult to draw because she was doing very difficult poses, very weird poses. Apparently it's her characteristic because also today she did very difficult poses, but at the same time I enjoyed it more, and I managed to improve, I think, compared to my second week, because it was easier for me to draw her entire figure, while some weeks ago I wasn't even able to draw her outline. So I enjoyed experimenting this progress, and I enjoyed drawing this model. Also, when the model was not there, we were doing composition studies on perspective. So we had to choose 3 objects that were one in line with the other, and make some studies and make sure we drew the closer one in a bigger way with more contrast, and the furthest one like in a smaller dimension and also with less contrast, which is how it's meant to be in reality. I think it was a very useful exercise, especially because when we draw some models, sometimes are in a very big perspective. I found that really useful and really need to practice that. And finally, a student of the academy, she gifted me a little plant. I really appreciated this, and she gifted it to me because I helped her in her first week at the academy with some materials and some things. So to thank me, she brought me a flower, and I'm saying this just to explain the mood that there is at the academy, so everyone helping each other. It's a very nice environment. Despite she didn't have to, I really want to tell this episode because it really made me smile and I really appreciated it. Wednesday, painting. Today there was a live model, so again I painted from live. Do you remember that last week I set myself an objective? The objective was to finish a grisaille, and yes, I made it, so I'm really happy about it. I'm okay with the result that came out. I could be more satisfied, but like came out better than the previous times, and mostly I finished it. So that's already a great result for me. I'm slow, very, very slow. And I still need to work on transitions and also on putting some reflections on the shadows. Obviously on many other things, but like these are the priorities at the moment. And I will focus on that tomorrow, I would say. For the second pose today, I really loved the pose because it was in a perspective from my side. I really liked the drawing that I made. I consider myself successful in that today. And while I just started the underpainting, but obviously didn't finish or anything. But apparently I perform better when I really like the models, and I really like the model today. Let's keep fingers crossed for tomorrow's model. Thursday, painting day. Today we had an amazing model. She was so beautiful, and I realized that I'm always saying this lately, so I won't say this anymore because we're just very lucky we have amazing models at the Academy. Today, during her first pose, I managed to finish another grisaille, even though I would have probably needed to work more on the lights because right now everything is very dark. So working more on the lights would make it better for sure. While the second pose was amazing, however, I didn't paint it, I just drew it. The second pose was a reference of Velázquez's Venus of Rokeby. I wanted to focus on the drawing because I wouldn't have had enough time to make something with some sense in just a little time. So I just preferred drawing. I'm actually quite happy about the drawing that came out. Not many other news regarding today. We had a nice lunch together with many students and also a teacher, and we discussed about how the system of art works, how artists make exhibitions at the galleries, how one finds his own style, what does it mean finding your own style. These are the kind of questions that I'm really interested in, and I'm really happy to discuss both with the other students but also mainly with the teachers of the Academy. Tomorrow we're gonna have a museum session where we're gonna draw as well, and I'm looking forward to that. Stay tuned for the last day of the Academy for this week. Today is Friday and I'm vlogging today because today there was a museum visit. The museum was Galleria d'Arte Moderna, the Modern Art Gallery here in Milan, to which I've never been before. It was an art gallery that has both paintings and sculptures. And after the first introduction done by Maurizio, our teacher, we started sketching inside the museum. For me, it was the first real time sketching at the museum, so I was really happy about that. We sketched both in the museum, but also at the park that's right beside the museum. So it was a really fun day. Also, it was an amazing day in Milan. It was very warm as well. So I was really happy to be outdoors as well. And I'm really enjoying these museum visits. Final conclusions on the week. I think it has been a very positive week. I know I always say it, but I'm just really happy about the Academy. I was happy about the drawings that I did. I'm understanding what I need to improve next in my drawings. But also I was a little bit more calm, more enjoying the oils. I'm understanding the direction towards which I'm going with the oils to what I need to improve a little bit, and hopefully I will be able to do some next steps with that. I reached my objective to finish a grisaille, so hopefully I will make some steps forward in the following week. If you like my videos, comment the video, like the video, and subscribe to my channel. See you next week!